Last night, Gary Lezak unveiled his winter weather forecast this morning. He joins us from his home via Skype to talk about the predictions. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Brad, and I'm sure you were up last night watching.
No, I was asleep because I knew I'd get the details this morning. Hey, first off, let's describe to the folks how you came about the winter forecast using the LRC.
Well, the LRC is something I came up way back in the 1980s, and in the 90s and the last decade, we've learned that the whole pattern cycles. And Brad, I know you've experienced with me for the last 7, 8, 10 years or so. What has your experience been with it? It's been pretty accurate.
Yeah, it has. It has been really accurate. Okay, this year, 21 inches of snowfall is what you're saying, right, for the winter?
That's my forecast, 21 inches of snow. It's hard to predict the exact number for an entire winter. We can't even, try to do that for an individual storm, but that's my prediction. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm right in the ballpark with you. I think 13 to 18 inches of snowfall. I'm kind of trending more toward the 18 inches of snowfall. Okay, here's something that got a lot of folks' attention. A moderate to major ice storm. You know how many people right now are buying bread and provisions?
Well, I wouldn't do it yet. It is a prediction somewhere this winter. It's based on the pattern we're seeing, Brad. I think you and I agree. There's this one trough that develops in the western part of the country. It's actually going to happen next week, and it could bring us some rain again by Monday or Tuesday. And that's going to cut into our snowfall totals, I think. We've had 2 very snowy winters in a row. But it could set up for an ice storm sometime this winter. But we'll just have to see how much cold air there is. You and I both are wondering, when are we going to really see a big cold air mass that could come down here? Right now, it's been not really showing up.
I think it's going to be somewhere around December 7th right now, Gary. I think that kind of sets up like that. If the first snow falls around December 5th or 6th, it seems like those massive cold air outbreaks come in right behind those snowstorms that we could see.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Now, why did you come up with 13 to 18 inches?
Well, this blows my whole credibility out the window. But there aren't a lot of acorns on my oak tree outside. In the last 2 years, do you know how many acorns have been out there?
A lot of acorns?
Yes, and the squirrels have been burying them the last 2 winters at a feverish pace. This year, I mean, these guys are on chaise lounges in my yard right now waiting.
I thought you used the LRC.
But I did. And that's why I think it's about, what are we thinking, a 41 or 45-day cycle right now? But we have to wait and see.
Well, we're not sure about the cycle length. Usually the cycle length of the LRC is something that's determined possibly now, but it's usually in December that we really identify it. And, we've got all the details. I wrote an extensive blog today. Go to NBCActionNews.com, click on the blog. Our winter forecast video is there as well. But, your acorn theory, there may be something to that, Brad, but 13 to 18 inches is a little low, I think, for the winter. Remember, the last 2 winters, we had 44 inches of snow and 36 inches of snow.
That's true.
It's going to, 21 inches is still a lot less than the last 2 years.
That's absolutely right. Thanks, Gary, for joining us this morning.
Right.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Lezak, live at home via Skype. All right.